So you've been in voiceover for, I don't know, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, and it's just not working. You're not really sure what's going on. You're not booking. Maybe you're still doing a lot of cheap work. You're still doing the Fiverr Upwork thing, and you're like, man, I can't get traction. I don't understand, what's going on. Let me tell you a theory that I have about this business. If you got into it and you really went at it hard when you first got in it, let's say for 18, 24 months, and you weren't making some motion forward, something's not right. If you kind of put it on the back burner, maybe you kind of said, I'll get to it, I'll work with it when I can, you may not have the passion for it. You really got to have a big passion for this. You can't, for lack of a better term, you can't half-ass it. Because if you do, the results are going to be half-assed. And that's what you're going to get. I will be happy to meet with you at a very reasonable cost, because I promise you, you've already paid somebody else way more than this to help you in some way or the other. I will give you an hour for $125. We will go through, before the call, I will go through your social media, your website. I will listen to your stuff, and I will come in and give you an honest evaluation. Am I some guru that can tell you if you're great or not? Maybe. But here's the thing. I can look at all that and see if you're doing it right or if you're doing it totally wrong. And I can help direct you in the right direction. I'm not trying to sell you coaching. I will recommend coaches to you. I will give you some coaches that can help you, that are reasonable and do fantastic work. I will not try to sell you a marketing plan or a business plan. The only thing that I sell on my site is the occasional workshops that are dirt cheap, not even worth my time, but I do them anyway because I enjoy them. And the other thing I'll sell you is a consult, a 1 hour for $125. I used to do a 30-minute, but it's not worth it. You can't get enough in. You need the hour because you're going to have a lot of questions. And as I answer questions, you're going to have more questions. So what I like to do is I'll do my groundwork before we talk. And then I will go over the first few minutes of here's what I think, here's what I hear, here's what I see. What do you think? Is this what you're getting from this or no? And then we will put a plan together that will do one of a few things. One, we will get you off the cheap work and on a path to doing better work. And we will put a timeline for what it may take to get to that. And that may be a couple of years. You're not going to bust out of this overnight. I don't care what some people are selling you. You're not going to bust out of this overnight. It takes time. It takes time to learn the craft, time to do the craft right, time to be known, time to break in, or what people call breaking in, and start booking and making some money. Some of us got lucky back after the pandemic because voiceover was busy, and we got in at the right time. We were able to make some money on the front end. Not a lot, but we made a little. It could pay the bills. I've been doing this since September of 2020. I am not some big advanced multimillionaire pro. I'm not making $1 million a year. Nowhere near that. I'm not even making $500,000 a year. I'm not even making $250,000 a year. But I am above the average on the NAVA survey. I'm way above that. I'm not the average person making $20,000 or $40,000. I'm way past that. But I'm not getting rich. I'm just making a good living and having so much fun. But let me tell you what I used to do. My first year full time were 12-hour days every freaking day, almost 7 days a week. I wanted to build a social media presence. I wanted to do this and do that. I did a lot of stupid stuff, wasted a lot of time. And then I was working my ass off doing Fiverr and Upwork jobs to stay afloat for the occasional booking I would get through an agent or a pay-to-play. Then it got better because I was investing in coaching, and I started coaching with the right people, and those people took me over the top, and they helped me to where I interpreted, I connected, I did the right things. And then I started booking jobs where I would book a job during the week and I'd say, I don't care if I don't do anything else this week. That's the wrong attitude to have. You got to go back to work because that job doesn't last, right? So you book that really good job and you think, oh, well, maybe next week I can book another one, and the next week I can book another one. That's the attitude to have, but you got to be prepped to do that. And if you're out there doing the cheap work, or you're not doing any work, or you're just piddling with this, that may be number 2. I may tell you, why don't you go get another hobby? I'll be honest with you and tell you, because you may not really want this as bad as you thought you wanted it. You may not. The third thing may be, I might tell you, you're going after the wrong genre. And I've pointed a couple of people towards audiobooks because they were just narrators. They were not, the commercial thing didn't work. Radio imaging's not going to work. Whatever, ain't going to work. So maybe they're better off doing e-learning, corporate narration, and audiobooks. I've done one audiobook. I'm not great at audiobooks. I wouldn't mind doing more. It's not bad work, but let's figure out what's for you. This is a long video, I warned you. So there are avenues you can get to, and let me lay out what I think. If you started like I did around 2020, you've been at this 4 or 5 years, it's not going anywhere, let's find out why. Then let's put a plan together to either get you out of the rut, get you out of the cheap jobs, get you on a better path based on some coaches I would encourage you to work with, based on some things I would encourage you to do, based on starting, if you haven't, your direct marketing. I don't sell a package. I don't sell a plan. I'll tell you what I do, and you can. But here's the thing with that. Somebody can sell you a $2,000 plan, and if you don't do the plan, it don't do itself. I don't care what you buy. You can go buy a really good marketing book and read it, and if you'll follow that, you're good. You have to do the work. This business does not do the work for you. If you want this, you have to work at it. I still have to work hard at this every stinking day. I have to apply what I've learned harder than other people do because I'm still new. I have to refer to my notes sometimes when I'm reading copy and remember where I need to emphasize and where this breaks down and where the character changed and where the mood changed and what do I need to do to sell it, to connect. It's not about how you sound. It's how you make people feel. And when you figure that out, things change. And it changed for me. Those $50 jobs, $40 jobs that I was booking on Fiverr became $250 jobs. Those type jobs became $1,500 jobs, $4,500 jobs. That's the biggest one I booked, so I won't go higher. But I have auditioned for a lot of jobs that were $20,000, $15,000, with being used for a year. Major stuff. And all you guys that are pros know this. A lot of you are booking this stuff. I haven't booked one of those yet, but I'm working on it. But step by step, here's the idea. Work less, make more. Have your marketing running in the background where it doesn't overtake your life and eat you up inside. Here's another thing. Pay-to-plays can kill you. They can ruin your spirit. You can get so depressed from not booking jobs that your auditions suck. I'll work with you on how to stop being eaten alive by all that. I got a method. It works. Anyway, if you're interested, go to TroyHoldenVoices.com. Go to the Schedule Me page. Hit the Schedule Me page, big logo on there. Hit the logo. It goes to Calendly, and Calendly will then offer you the 1 hour consult. And do the 1 hour consult for $125. And be sure to send me all the information it asks for. Website, demos, samples, whatever. If you don't have a website, that's fine. I need your samples. I need to hear what you're doing. I need to know what you're booking. Write me an essay. It's okay. It's worth the time. If you'll put in the time on the front end, that hour will be worth your time. I know this was a 10-minute video, but if you want to help yourself, jump on with me. Other people have, and they're going in a better direction. Some other people have, and they sold their shit and got out. And it's not because I was mean. It's because I'm honest. And I'll tell you, It may not be for you. 90% of the time, it's effort. People aren't putting the effort into it. So let's talk about it. Let's figure it out. I wish I could hit that string back there. I got to fix that. That's my green screen. It pulls down from the ceiling. Handy as heck, but that string's driving me nuts, and I'm too freaking short to reach it without it, probably. Maybe I'm going to get a step stool. I don't know. Anyway, all that to say this. Book the consult. You'll enjoy it. We'll have fun. We'll get to know each other. And I think I can help you. And I can point you in the right direction, even if it's not the one you want to hear. Yeah, even if it's not the one you want to hear. See you next time.